Hi there, welcome to my cooking class. It's Jacqueline. I'm so excited that you've popped in. Let me know once you're here. We'll get this little class started. I'm not sure if you're aware, but it is hot, super hot out there. So needless to say, I'm going to spend minimal time in my kitchen. I'm definitely not going to be standing out by the barbecue because that's just going to be like a hot cooker out there. So today's cooking class, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to be making a salad. So hey, Kevin, nice to see you. So today what we're going to do is a shrimp and citrus salad. And in order to get this going, we need to actually cook this. Okay, so what ingredients am I going to use today? I'm going to use ancho lime. I'm not sure. Have you tried this? Hey Pam, nice to see you. I'm not sure if you've tried it or not, but we're going to season this and then I'm going to toss it into our skillet, our Fantastic promotions on, so I want to share that with you. So here's how I'm going to do this. Now this ancho lime, just so you know, is super, super hot. I'm going to give you some fun food facts, maybe not on the ancho lime, but this does have a kick. So if you have family members that are a little shy, hi Linda from Milwaukee, if you're a little shy of spices and heat, maybe instead of putting 2 tablespoons in, you're going to want to put in 1. I know I have a husband. We're actually going to take this out on the boat today and eat it out there. I know he's not going to like it too super hot. So anywhere from 1 to 2 tablespoons. The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of heat in here as well. So I'm going to get some honey. I'm going to tell you a little thing about honey. How many of you have put metal, a spoon, for example, in your honey? And have you noticed it crystallizes? Okay, you should never be putting metal in your honey. This is why you can get acrylic or you usually see wooden spoons that go in honey. This is important because you don't want it to crystallize. So I'm just going to roughly add just a little bit of this in here. I'm also going to be putting it in a salad dressing in a bit. But I just wanted to add a little bit of sweetness, and that's just for my husband. Okay, let's get the frying pan started. So I should probably showcase this. This is our saute pan. I love it. This is actually good in the oven up to well, you can put it in high heat, but because of the handles, you wouldn't want to put it in for anything more than about 400 degrees. It does come with a great lid. This only goes into the oven for 350. So if you're doing quiches or things like that, just know that you can put this in the oven or on the stove. So we're doing the stove today. So let's get a little bit of oil in the bottom here. I just want to make sure that my shrimp's not going to stick to the bottom. And of course, shrimp cooks so darn quickly. So I'm going to grab a little saute spoon here. I'm just going to toss a little bit and add a little bit of oil as well, I think, here, because I'm looking at how dry this is. Definitely needs a little bit of oil just to mix this up. And the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of water because I sort of want to have a nice sauce on it. So I'm going to add a little bit now, but I'm going to add more later, okay? This is just going to make sure that ancho lime is sticking to my shrimp. Now, the shrimp that I've got, you can get raw shrimp. Some of them have tails on. I don't know about you. I'm not a big fan of having tails on in my salad. It's just like, really? What am I going to do with it? Especially when we're going out on the boat. I'm not going to be having seagulls and whatever chasing after us. So I've got the pan going. Dump that in, make sure I got all my flavor in there. All right, while that's cooking, and I'm going to grab my grip and grabs. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this. Hi, Paula. But the grip and grab, so now, and the saute spoon that I just had, these are all available for individual purchase now. So that's super cool. I love using the grip and grabs when I'm flipping shrimp in particular, because this will take no time at all on my stove to cook. So grabbing a little bit of extra liquid. Remember I said I wanted a bit of a sauce on here? I probably put in about 2 tablespoons of water in total. And this is going to cook up nicely. All right. So what are we doing? Okay, I said that this was going to be a shrimp and citrus salad. And I love grapefruit. How many of you love grapefruit? Do you love grapefruit? I love grapefruit. So I'm going to show you how to peel this. I've already got my grapefruit started. But here's an orange. I've still got it like this. This is a navel orange. I'm going to use my ceramic knife. And basically what we're going to do is we're just going to carve around the outside and get rid of the skin and this pith or the then we're going to work at getting the fruit out from the membranes that it has. Let me just grab my container. So basically here we go. So we've got it nicely done. You're gonna, like as I said, want to try to make sure you take off as much of the white pith on the outside. That's the bitter part. The rest all gets sweet. And then you can see that there's membranes. You can see the lines. We're just going to take our knife and we're just going to slide it down because I want to make this look super, super nice on the plate. And we're going to just take it off in sections. I'm just going to go around here and pull it off. Once you get that sort of like pie, once you get that first one off, okay, so I'm just going to pull this off. You can see it's a nice wedge. We're going to put this on top of our salad to make it look nice. So we're just going to continue doing this for the orange and for the grapefruit. So I'm just watching my shrimp really carefully here. So again, it does take a little bit of effort, not much, but we're just peeling that off. And again, we've got nice looking wedges. Okay, it looks like my shrimp is almost ready to flip. This meal will only take about 15 minutes to do at best. The hardest part is probably doing that. Okay, so let's give you some fun food facts. Are you guys ready? Okay, so fun food facts that I've got. See, we're talking about salads. Let's talk about salad bars. You ready for this? The longest salad bar ever had that we know of, that's recorded, was actually, I wrote this down, 688 feet. 688 feet long. Okay, now I was thinking, okay, so this is someone's party or, I don't know, some foodie place. No, I was blown away. It was actually done by a jewelry store called Jensen's Jewelers in Michigan. Okay, so you're gonna have to Google this because I wanna know what the heck a jewelry store wants to have 688 feet of salad bar. They're not selling salads. I don't know. Were they trying to be healthy? Were they just trying to find something to do because they didn't have anything else to do? Was it a marketing ploy? I don't know. I thought it was rather crazy. Anyway, so what else can I tell you? Salads. The name salad, sala, is actually goes back to old times, meaning salt. So in the day, not the luxury of having a fridge, but in the day, salads were basically marinated vegetables. And the marinated vegetables, of course, always have salt in them. And it was adopted by the French. So that's where the word salad comes from. Okay, so I have got these, I think, pretty well all flipped. Oop, one more here. And then it's going to stay hot for a bit of time, but I'm just going to turn that off so I don't get myself into trouble. Okay, so I'm just going to continue on. I'm not going to do all of this because I just need enough for my husband and I. I'll do the rest later. So I'm also going to be putting in, so we've got this last one. See how easy it is to get this off, this membrane off? Super, super easy. How many of you have ever peeled grapefruit and oranges. It is easy, actually. Time consuming, but easy. In your grapefruit, you may find that you have little tiny seeds. It won't hurt you to have the seeds, but aesthetically, I think it's nicer if you can just pop them off. So again, just go around your grapefruit. I find the grapefruit a little bit easier to work with because it's larger. And again, you just sort of pull off the membrane. And then using your fingers works quite well. You can, if you so choose, you could use a knife to run it down. I usually find that works best at the beginning. And there you go. Easy. Okay, so we're gonna get some more flavor going on here. Just set that aside. So what else are we going to add for this? We're gonna add red onion. Red onion, what can I tell you about red onion other than, oh my gosh, so good. Great for pickling. So red onion does tend to be one of the sweeter ones. A lot of chefs use lots of red onion. I love it, especially on salad. I think it looks really nice because it's a nice pop of color. So depending on how much onion you want, you could use maybe about half an onion for this. And we're also going to use lemon or lime. I will tell you the difference. I've got both in front of me. I've actually chosen today to use lime. So what is the difference between lemon and lime? You know that there's a difference in flavor, but where they grow is quite important. So, and that's a big difference. So lemon usually grows in, warm climates, temperate climates, but limes are more in the tropics or subtropics. Those will be like Mexico or, places that are more central. So we're going to use a lime today. So the lime that we're going to use is half of one. So we're just going to cut it in half here. I've washed it already in advance. And we're going to get our citrus press. Now, this lime, as you can see, is quite large. And this 2-in-1 citrus press, green's meant to be for a lime. But as you can see, this doesn't really fit in. You can break the rules. But remember, the holes are on the bottom and the cut should be on the bottom as well, because we're going to squeeze this so it inverts it inside out. So I've got some olive oil here. I'm going to squeeze the juice, of half a lime. I'm going to show you how awesome this is. Flattens it right out. You're getting lots of value for that. Don't throw that away. If you've watched my cooking classes, I've told you before, this is great for using in your sink to just sort of scrub. It's a natural cleanser. Next, we're going to add some honey to this, right, to sweeten it up because we got a lot of lime going in there. So we're going to put in roughly about a tablespoon. Now, how many of you have put honey or molasses inside your spoon and then you're sitting there trying to figure out how do I get it out? Well, I'm going to show you one of our kitchen tools that I love. So that's roughly about a half. This is our knife, our silicone knife. And what I love about this is it actually fits really, really nicely right inside here. So I can scoop this right out. Now, the flavoring that I'm going to use, because I've already got the ancho lime, so that zips up the shrimp. But I thought what I'd do, because a lot of people don't understand that guacamole doesn't have to be just for guacamole. It can be for other things. Hi, Audrey. Nice to see you. So I'm going to grab my guacamole, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of the guacamole mix in here. And I'm also going to add some red wine vinegar. If you don't have red wine vinegar, don't worry. You can use regular vinegar. But we're just going to roughly put in about half a tablespoon. And then using my little knife here, we'll just blend that up a little bit. If you have one of our old style cruettes, you definitely will use that with the funnel. If you've got our prep bowls like I have, and I live with these, unfortunately we don't have them anymore, but I'm still promoting them because they're one of my favorite. You can just give it a shake. And we're going to get our meal plated. So let me just clean up my mess just a little bit so you're not looking at that disaster. We're getting a plate here. And I actually love making my romaine. You can use romaine, or you can use butter, or you can use iceberg. One thing I love about using our ceramic knives when I'm prepping my veggies is I can cut my lettuce well in advance and it doesn't go brown. It's because of it's not oxidizing because it's hitting metal. Hi, Deborah. So I've cut this earlier in the day. It's all been washed and dried. And I don't know, here's another little tip that I'll show you. I don't know if you saw, but to keep it crisp after you've cleaned it, cut it, washed it, I dampen a paper towel and I set it on top and then put it in the fridge. It will not turn brown for a very long time, and I love that. So we're gonna grab some onion. Now we're gonna start plating. My shrimp is probably cooled down a bit. So just grab your red onion and spread it around here. We're going to grab some of our different slices of citrus. Doesn't this just look refreshing already? I'm loving the looks of this. Who needs croutons and all that kind of fun? And honestly, once you remove that membrane and the pith on the outside of your different citrus, they are really sweet. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our grip and grabs. We're going to put some shrimp on here. I'm going to make sure that it's coated in some of that flavoring because it's sort of like a sauce. Hope you can see that on the screen. And I want to make sure this is our protein for this plate. So we're going to want to make sure that we have enough on here that it actually becomes a balanced meal. For a balanced meal, and the recipe for this and the cost per person, it actually is about $3.50 per person. I always make sure that I buy my shrimp when it's on sale. Quite often at my little local store, I get 2 for 1. Okay, so we've got this going. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to grab our dressing. Just going to grab a little spoon here. Remember, it's got a little bit of honey. And we're just going to drizzle this on top. Yum. All right, there is your salad for the night. How many of you would love to be jumping on the boat with me and having this salad? So remember, cooking a meal in the kitchen does not need to be a lot of time or take up a lot of your energy. It can be really refreshing, and it's like, I think 36 degrees here today. So I am totally looking forward to the chill of the lettuce, the coolness of my citrus, and just a little bit of heat in my shrimp. So thanks everyone for popping in. I look forward to seeing you back here again for another cooking class. Who knows what I'm going to come up with. I've got a few ideas for next week already. So until then, enjoy yourself. And if there's anything you need in your kitchen to help make this amazing meal and others that I've showed you in the past, make sure you go in and grab some products from my e-commerce website. And if you're smart and savvy, have your own event, collect some orders from your friends, and get some free and discounted products. And last thing, if you join me, this pan could potentially be part of your join up package. Take care, everyone. Have a fabulous day. Bye for now.